Namaste, fellow pilgrims. I was asked to make another video, and in this video we're talking about what did you accomplish, what did you learn, what did you realize from a half century as teaching and practicing and studying polarity therapy. So I wanted to talk to you about, first of all, the essence of Dr. Stone's work. So we're in Wireless Anatomy. Dr. Stone, in the first couple of pages, points to the principles, the fundamental principles of polarity therapy. His first principle is this sentence beginning, "The soul is a unidrop, it is the knower, seer, doer in the body." So polarity therapy is unique as a healing art for its intention to address the soul, the animating intelligence in the body, the life force. So our focus in polarity therapy is addressing this life force healing. And this has really been the focus of my life, this question, what is this life force? What is this? We're connecting the field to its source in this intelligence, this life force. So for the last century, I've contemplating this question. So in recent decades, I've harvested the realization from sages like the revered sage Swami Nisargadatta and Swami Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, who reveal that we are to treat the life force as God. That any personified concept of God, any concept we hold of this great and wondrous mystery of life and consciousness is inferior to our actual moment-to-moment experience of this life force. So treat the life force as God. This is your most immediate and direct experience of the divine. If we look at the wisdom of the Sanatana Dharma, the wisdom of ancient India, it reveals that the foundation is Brahman. Brahman is absolute, all-pervasive, total, and though it's beyond the beyond, it's an absolute beyond any time, space, causality, manifestation. Sages consistently describe Brahman, the absolute, the ground of being, as Sat Chitananda, being, consciousness, and bliss. Then sages reveal that it is the nature of Brahman to unfold its creative potential. So the transcendental aspect is called Brahman, and its active aspect is called Brahma. That somehow a Brahman gives birth to life. And all the energy, all the vibration, everything that moves, all the cycles of this creation, all the cycles of this manifestation are the life breath of a living universe, are the life breath of an evolving universe. That everything that moves from quark to galaxy is a movement of this life breath of this living universe. And it's the same life breath that is animating you. And the quality of this life breath is the Vishwarupa, that every quark of this life breath is holographic. Every quark of this life breath contains within it the miracle of totality. That you are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the ocean in the drop. You know, the Emerald Tablet of Hermes says, as above, so below. You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the ocean in the drop. That every quark of this precious life force. So we understand that all vibration is this Nada Brahma, the song of vibration. That all creation is this vibrating life breath of a living universe. The Shakti, the manifest aspect of this transcendental force, the manifest aspect of this transcendental absolute is called Brahma, or is called Shakti. And Shakti is often equated with Prakriti, or nature. Now, Prakriti, pra means to go forth. It's this yang breath, this expanding breath, this positive breath that we talk as Rajas Guna. And Shakti equals prana, that this prana, pra, to go forth, na, breath, the positive breath. So Shakti is prakriti. Pra means to turn. Vrit,
drink water.
Pra means to go forth. Vrit means to turn. We're talking about the centrifugal breath, the yang breath, the outgoing breath of a living universe. So the breath of Rajas and Tamas radiating from Sattva, this cycle is what we work with in polarity therapy. This is the yang and yin and Tao that is fundamental to the wisdom traditions of the East. So the point I'm making today is that Shakti, the self-sacrifice as the goddess, equals prana, the life force. Worship the life force as the divine. This is your most direct experience of the divine. Now, what Sage Nisargadatta reminds us is to cherish this life force as Amrit, the nectar of immortality, that you are a vessel for the nectar of immortality. You've been given this gift of grace, this unique and beautiful Dharma to unfold the creative potency and to be deeply present in your unique experience of personhood as a holographic expression of totality. So okay. To go a little further, the definitive characteristic of life is cognizance, that living systems maintain homeostasis in a cybernetic process, and they're able to do this feedback loop to maintain their homeostasis, this cycle of polarity from source out in the field, returning to source, this cybernetic cycle to maintain the homeostasis because of cognizance. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, I am the knower of all fields. I am this cognizance. In the East, they have an infinite number of names of the divine and faces of the divine, but the name that is used again and again by the sages is the self. The divine is yourself. And why is the divine yourself? Because yourself is the self-organizing intelligence, which is the basis of life. So an atom, a molecule, a cell is a self-organizing field that's able to be cognizant and maintain its homeostasis. Polarity is devoted connecting the field with the self, this self-correcting cognizance. The way Nada Brahma works, yang and yin, these two waveforms of rajas and tamas, at each point the two waveforms of the life breath of a living universe intersects. There's a still point of sattva guna that entrains with the source, the omnipresence of sattva guna, of being, consciousness, and bliss. So in polarity therapy, we're constantly cultivating coherence in this energy field, because every energy field is potentially a well to being, that when the field is coherent, and the more coherent the field, the more profoundly you potentize the field to receive all of the grace that is inherent in this infinite and universal and divine omnipresent God we call the life force. So I realize I raced through this, but it's a video. You'll be able to get more of this. So if you're interested in continuing this focus and unit of consciousness that defines my work, this summer I have the blessing to be back at Heartwood. We're going to be doing 2 weekends and a reunion. We're going to be doing 2 weeks of classes and a reunion. So I'm going to be offering a Fundamentals of Energy Medicine class. And again, my perspective is unique for the constant focus on unit of consciousness, because the key to this work is the evolution of your consciousness into unit of consciousness. All of our pain is a condition of ignorance from our own inherent divinity. And so everything you can do to realize yourself, to realize your own inherent divinity, is the most valuable thing that you can do with your time and your life. So we're going to be spending 2 weeks in paradise. First week, principles of energy medicine, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, hands-on application of these principles. Then we're going to do a celebration of life on the weekend. A lot of singing, a lot of love, a lot of sattvic environment in this unique environment of Heartwood. And then the second week, we're going to be doing some somatic emotional clearing, where we renegotiate your subconscious and address the fundamental developmental trauma that runs most of our lives unconsciously, and create a conscious and nourishing relationship with a part of our being that's typically lost to us in consciousness. So I invite you to check out www.weare1.us, WEARE1.us. Give me another week. I've just gotten back from India, but I'm going to get the dates up for the mid-June classes, workshops, 6 days of energy medicine, 6 days of somatic emotional clearing, and weekend celebration of life in between. So I hope you'll be able to join us. I hope I will have the privilege of sharing unitive consciousness with you as we do this privileged work of practicing this great gift of work as worship through polarity therapy. Namaste, honor to divine within. God is blessed.